Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Sure kind of looks like it. Wouldn't you know it? What's going on, friends? It is Saturday, and we're back. Today we're actually on time for the first time all week. I was sitting here good and prepared a solid, like, 10 minutes early. I was ready this time, but today we're gonna pick up roughly where we left off. I did a little bit of farming off stream. I did a couple infernal hordes, mostly because I realized Hands of Apotheosis kind of look really sick with our build. Metamorphosis gaining all side upgrades for free, and they're more potent. Well, you know what counts as a side upgrade? The old thing that says gain 1% more multiplicative damage for each 1,000 maximum bonus life you have. That would presumably go up to 1.5% per 1,000 life. You're here, let's get crazy with it? Hell yeah. The party can start now. What's up, Professor? But yeah. If we can get Hands of Apotheosis, I think my damage goes up significantly, but we have to get a nicely rolled one to compare with my gloves. And those only, well, they particularly drop from Bartuk in Infernal Hordes. So if we do Infernal Hordes today, we're going to go after him instead of the Council. You're making burritos for Mom for dinner? Ah, hell yeah. What are you putting in them burritos? Honestly, I think I'm just gonna have Chinese later, I'll be honest. Beef, baked beans, queso, lettuce, salsa, sour cream, chives, onions, and then serving them with a mild sauce for dunking. Let's go. Those are some solid burritos. My baked beans refried. Still works. Different for sure, but it works. I respect it all the same. Though I will say it's a good thing I had chicken nuggies right before starting stream. So your tricks will not work on me. I'm not hungry today. Not this time. Still does sound really good though, damn. You got pumpkin pie for dessert? Sheesh. What is it, October? I guess it's October somewhere. I gotcha. I mean, how badly can you really mess up pumpkin pie? So then, Professor, what are your thoughts on pumpkin spice in general as like a beverage? Oh, portal bracer. Where the hell did that come from? Certified white girl, you like it? Honestly, I might be a certified white girl myself because I can't get enough of that shit. Only problem is I don't go out to cafes very often, and I'm also the only one in my house that likes pumpkin spice. So like I get one bag of pumpkin spice coffee grounds per year, and then I have to like sneak a pot of coffee, the coffee I like when other people don't care about having coffee. Hell yeah, same. It's good shit. I don't know how anyone talks shit about it. They're so good. It's got to be a skill issue, right? Like, that's the only explanation. Like the s'mores beverage from Starbucks? I didn't know they did that. Honestly, that might be a little too sweet for me, though. I'm all for dessert and shit, but like... The quadruple chocolate mega death type stuff was always a little too much for me. Not that s'mores is quite that, it's just... I even have a hard time eating actual s'mores. Wait, we're tier 4 already. What the hell? Torment flies when you're talking about pumpkin spice. Give me the pranksters. There ain't no prankster around here. There ain't no prankster around here. They stopped making it, but it was perfect. Graham cracker crumbs, chocolate sauce, coffee, and then marshmallow fluff. Alright, that sounds... That sounds pretty good. I think part of my aversion to s'mores is they're just so messy. I can't stand having like marshmallow and shit all over my hands. Then if you're having them at a campfire, there's nowhere to wash your hands unless you go inside, and that kind of defeats the purpose of being at the fire, you know? It's a whole mess. I can't do it. Got a lot of charms here. This inventory was empty when I started. Y'all didn't see it, but I did empty it out right before turning the stream on. Every 15 kills in the last 50 seconds increases your damage by 2% and maximum life by 1%. Now, if that counts my minions, that's kind of busted. And like, life on kill counts my minions. I know that for a fact. People have been working with that all league. All expansion, whatever you want to call it. That could be pretty good actually. Especially if we still had bombardment. Yeah, bombardment. We've got 52 levels with her here, and 21 with her. I'm not claiming them. I don't care. I don't care. By the way, if I'm out of it, I apologize. I did not sleep after last stream. A major part of that is because I woke up right before last stream. So it's not like I've been up 36 hours, but I've been up a while. Hello? Hello? Is this a casual Mephisto key out of that whisper cache? Actually, that's the first one I've ever dropped. The only reason I have one to begin with is from one of the season rewards. Okay, next is the Hectide, which is not in Skovos. It's over here. We have back-to-back Helltide objectives here, which means we need 4 chests. Which there are 2 chests that cost 275, and I believe 1 that costs 666. I'm not sure if I'm gonna open all 3 of those. Kinda just depends on how much stuff we end up finding, how many cinders we build up at what pace. But I mean, we're already at 60. We haven't really been in that particular, or in like too particularly dense of an area. What's this dude? We got the gold monster before it summoned like 12 waves of those shield things, so I'm fine with that. It's got to be the most annoying part of that challenge, but also we've been in here for like 3 minutes and I'm at 225 cinders already. Someone's doing the blood lady. Should probably go participate. But also standing around farming that is kind of boring. But also it's like the fastest way to do this. Hello. And I was about to say, it's not a terrible thing that we're stacking up tons of cinders, because I took the thing in the Hectide tree that says you don't lose cinders when you die. And a very major reason for that decision was because of the random one-shots that we seem to run into most often in Helltides. Only in Helltides do I ever find myself completely dead instantly from full. Oh, with no idea what the hell actually hit me. I don't want to do that one. I think I just died. Oh no, I just got a barrier from someone else. I just died a second ago, which means Trial of False Death got triggered and then burned through. Actually, that's crazy. I got one shot twice. When I died there, I died Actually 3 times over, because the barrier is my full health value, and then they chunked through my health, they chunked through my barrier, and then they chunked through my health again. And that's how fucked up I got in Nessa in those 2 seconds. Wait, Tree of Whispers is ready for me to turn in again. We like just did that. We'll do another one. I barely participated there. It's Jason Hellboy. Everyone left. Well, I may as well go for the huge chest, right? We've already got all these cinders. And we're about to get a shitload more. Again, even if I die, we won't lose any. We actually have so much life from Metamorphosis that it's actually taken a very long time for this pylon to start draining my health. I mean, I have basically 0 recovery at all outside of my potion, so the fact that it hasn't been moving is really kind of wild. Although that might be changing right about now. We did it. I guess the big box is elsewhere. We're gonna go looking for it. Like it's probably in the other region. Okay, they're actually both right there. Which 666 plus 275 is 941, I think. That sounds right. So we can farm a little bit more on our way over. Excuse me. I don't want to chase the damn ghost around. I also need more monsters. Rude, first of all. My metamorphosis got turned off. Beat up Jason Hellborn and then we'll go deal with the, or we'll go open the boxes. Shit, by the time he's dead we might end up with enough to open the other mystery box. Jason Hellborn didn't drop me shit. Bro's broke as fuck. For 666 cinders, that did not feel like it was a ton of items. Maybe a few got filtered out, but... Really? Also, it really would have been wiser for me to go turn in the Whispers as soon as they were done so I could do more while I'm running Helltide, but can't be bothered to leave right now. Yo, what's up, Sean? How we doing? What's going on? Also, Sean, I've been meaning to make you VIP, like, for a really long time as well. I keep forgetting to do it. I appreciate you hanging around so much. Started your rogue build? Let's go. The grenades finally called loud enough to be heard. we'll do this event this time. Well, how far have you gotten with it? You like speed run to level 70 somehow, or are you still in the early phases? Oh shit! I was drinking. Don't drink and farm, kids. It's not good for you. There we go. By drink, I mean tea, of course. I think the other box was like thereabouts. Oh. Speaking of turning in whisper things, can I please not get stuck on that here? Damn. I'll worry about those blinking shits later. Charm inventory is full, but I can't be bothered to look at it right now. Yo, these rats have been falling non-stop. Yo, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Glad to have you. Yeah, we got the spot right for the chest. Let's go. So now we just need one more box of any kind. We opened all the big ones. Preferably one that's not terribly expensive, but I'm already at 115, so if it is an amulet box, we'll just bonk Kickstarter real quick. I like Warlock so far. It's really good. I started my Warlock with Command Fallen, and I was gonna make a bombardment skill, the core skill that shoots a bunch of demons everywhere. Then the further I went, the more fun I was having with Command Fallen. And so we just kind of stuck with it ever since. I played around with some of the other skills, but this has been the most fun I've had with any of them. How about yourself? How are you liking the class now that we've had some time to try it out? Also, I really think the Tortured Wretch might actually be the strongest ability the class has. Being able to just make any enemies turn away from you is like so nice. Haven't played it yet? I gotcha. My fault for assuming. You did start an Eviscerate build for your Warlock? It was cool, needs some more work, but definitely fun. What was Eviscerate? I can remember what they look like for the most part, but start throwing names around and I forget everything. You really want to? Yeah, I can't lie. It's worth the hype. Oh, Hellion Sting is the one? Oh, you mean Eviscerate. It's not the... I was looking for an ability called Eviscerate, and I forgot that's the name of Bleed. Right, thank you. Alright, I gotta do something about this inventory. 1000 Eye Reaver. Moving grants ferocity, and maximum ferocity is increased by 3. Ferocity also increases move speed by 7% per stack. That's really good, actually. Have I tried Metamorphosis Ultimate? Yes, I'm in Metamorphosis form as often as possible. You can transform it so it has no duration. It just lasts as long as you... It lasts until you cancel it or you go to low life. Or you become injured is the official terminology. So for the basically free damage it gives you, we're in it as often as possible. Demonology skills with impairment reduction, I kind of don't care. It is busted. The thing is, the other... Like, a couple creators have made guides for a similar build to what I'm playing. Using Command Lunatic, or Command Fallen, I mean. And like, I've kind of adopted some of their ideas, but because Command Fallen is a basic skill, it seems like both of them just were like, oh, basic skill? Pain Gorgers. The gloves that do... What do they even do? Damaging enemies with a non-basic skill cast marks them for 3 seconds. When a basic skill first hits a marked target, the basic skill's damage is echoed to all marked enemies, dealing more damage. Like, it's good. It's just so boring, and it's like what everyone does in a basic build. I say, however, Hand of Apotheosis is better, which says Metamorphosis gains all side upgrades for free, and they're up to 50% more potent. The side upgrades are these things. Oops. These things. So one is, this is like the main reason you take Metamorphosis. It's 1% multiplicative demonology skill damage for per 1,000 life you have, basically. So that would go up to 1.5% per 1,000 life. You would get this 20% increased life, and it would go up to 30%. You get reduced dominance cost, which is like, it's whatever, but it's not bad. Metamorphosis, yeah, this one also doesn't matter. But being able to have both of those with more effect is like bananas. Also like Fiend of Abaddon. Yeah, this was the one I used when I was leveling. A dude was swinging away. Just whacking shit all over the place. It was very fun to watch. Efficiency, move speed. Don't really care about the items themselves. Try to make a Sentinel a good build, but you hate that it doesn't follow me. Sentinel. What's that from? Oh yeah, but the reason, to finish off what I was saying earlier, the reason we're not using Hand of Apotheosis right now is because I haven't been able to find a well-rolled pair. The moment I do find them, though, they're going on ASAP. Yo, this is actually... If it had 6 slots, it would be busted. Plans to make a hybrid Warlock with high survivability and high damage, as well as AoE damage and dot. Sounds ambitious, but I respect it. You got that easy, I believe you. Right side and Archdemon. Oh, that thing, the eyeball. It doesn't follow you? I assumed it was like the, you know, the snake monsters that do the little, some of the little eyeball and it just shoots the petrifying beam. I kind of thought it was that. Honestly, with how much character power we can have in this new economy of Diablo 4, I think you could make it work. You summon it, and it's on a stick and just lasers things. Yikes. So you're saying this is a totem build? Ew. It does a fucktillion damage? That's a lot of damage. I wish I did that much damage, damn. None of these really matter to me. Get rid of them all. I don't need them. I want them. I'm gonna gamma because my oboes are almost full. Cooldown reduction's kind of useless. Willpower. I mean, it's better than my amulet, but I would also have to spend so much effort to roll this into that. For like... probably like 60 willpower tops. We can hold out for better. I'm not in a huge hurry to upgrade that. Alright, we gotta go bully Gregory. I don't think I've done a layer boss on Torment 11 yet. But we're gonna try, damn it. And my worry here is the whole reason why we're still, like the title still says Torment 10 and beyond instead of Torment 11. Like I kind of would like to stay on Torment 11 all day, but I'm not going to be too ashamed if I drop it back down a little bit. Just for comfort and ease of farming. So what we're doing right now is working, it's just if the majority of my buffs are not up, we're not like one-shotting everything, which can be kind of not fun. Or it can cause problems, rather. We should be fine here, though. What was I worried about again? I forgot. Also, Gregory, if you want to drop me a quad Greater Affix Cage of Madness, that'd be great. Bro didn't drop a single one. How many more keys do I have? I'm here, we may as well bully the shit out of him. I get 2 more. You got, okay. Yeah, if you could have a word with your boy Gregory, tell him to give me the good shit, like, I'd really appreciate that. We got a helmet. Not ancestral. I was worried it was going to be the wrong helmet. Would have been really funny if it was both the wrong helmet and not even ancestral. Like, just a double failure, but at least we got the right type. About to run your pockets? Does Gregory have pockets in this armor? Everyone has pockets. That's true. When you put it that way, you might be onto something. Whoa! Red name is a good sign. Now, if this one's the wrong base, we just cry. I'm actually too scared to look. Wait, they have the same icon, I can't tell. Let's go. Oh, let's go, we hit maximum resource. Okay. Okay. We can actually use this. The bummer is, it's like barely better than what I have. I don't know why I was looking for a better one. Well, I do know what I was looking for. I was looking for skill levels. It's just that easy. You were right. Oh, by the way, Professor, I forgot to tell you. Remember the day you threatened me with the Etsy witches for the fact that I have not fallen down my stairs, or fallen up my stairs? I'll have you know, 2 days later I tripped on my stairs. I didn't fall down, but I did trip for a second, and I caught myself. The second it happened, I was like, damn it. Those Etsy witches got me. 7 USD well spent. For real. How many times did I have to farm before you got gear to drop with good rolls and ancestral gear? Well, it kind of depends. I still don't feel really satisfied with my uniques for the most part. Like, what I want on this is maximum resource and levels to Command Fallen, I think, is something we're able to get on that. But this one took me like a good 30 or 40 Gregory kills at like Torment 9 or 8 or 9. It took a lot. I've been getting really lucky with mythic uniques, so that just kind of popped out. As far as the like normal ancestral gear, or I'm sorry, the non-unique ancestral gear, it was mostly I just filter by a couple stats and then like make sure I show anything that has a greater affix on it. And I just looked for greater affixes I care about, because with the cube you can do a lot to make an item, or to take an item from like even 1 or 2 modifiers to like wearable and actually good. And it's not even particularly expensive if you're like constantly breaking down items and like farming out these prisms from like the Undercity. Some of the gear come with skills that you're using, like a chest piece with metamorphosis. Yes, I don't think there's any for metamorphosis specifically. Like ultimate skills don't have many ways for you to get extra levels, but certain slots give you certain ability types. Like Command Fallen is on my pants. I'd like to get that greater affixed, but you know, it's kind of rare in the first place, so it's hard to get. Amulets can give levels to any type of skill, and actually they have modifiers for every type of skill. Like I could have gotten +4 to demonology skills or +4 to core skills or whatever, but there's also a separate plus like 1 or 2 to all skills that you can have on top of that, and that's like what I really want, but it's also absurdly rare. But yeah, when you unlock this Heraldric Cube thing, just play with it because it's really strong. The only bummer is that you cannot use it to reroll the modifiers on uniques. You can basically custom roll weapons on it, or custom roll items on it to almost whatever you want. It's very, very nice. Thorns is kind of useless to me, but we are going to go ahead and wear this because maximum resource is very valuable. What am I doing to this first? We're masterworking. We want to hit maximum resource. I have 389 million gold, so we should be able to reroll as many times as I need to. Definitely not leaving that on Thorns. Willpower is not the worst ever. Life's not my favorite. There we go. So we get 5 extra maximum resource, which is a good source of damage for us. We're going to go ahead and put the armor back on. Max life would give me more damage and life, but also I feel like I take a lot of damage from hits already anyways, so it's probably fine. Or probably better to not give up 3,000 armor. And we got the greater ethics on my second roll. Kind of huge. Saved me a whole lot of effort. Give me those. Put that there. Put that there. And those will go back in here. All that for 5 maximum resource. Yo, I'll upgrade on Moonrise. That's 5%. Sheesh. Thorns will work well with the Barbarian and Paladin, especially when you pair it with the shield. Yeah, I wanted to play Paladin. However, before too much longer, I'm going to be swapping to Path of Exile too. In like 3 weeks. And so that's not really quite enough time for me to like want to start a new build. Because I'd like to get through most of the challenges for the season. So we're just gonna stick with the Warlock. The only complaint about the kills give you more damage in life is that when the bonus life falls off, it counts as you getting hit / taking damage. So it triggers any of your when injured things, even though your percent life doesn't change. That's actually crazy. So like it doesn't just like cut off the top of your life globe, it subtracts that amount of life from like the bottom, so to speak. That's bananas, actually. +3 Abyss skills is really good there. Oh, but yeah, Michaels. Thorns is something I've done many times, but only on Spiritborn, really. Maybe I did it on Barbarian once, but I've done it on Spiritborn a bunch of times. I'm a huge fan. Infernal Hordes. Anytime we do Infernal Hordes today, I'm doing the 10 wave. Because we want to make sure we get enough cinders or ethers for Bartuk. Old Tuck. Right? It's so unfortunate that they're so close. But the thing is, we should probably count ourselves lucky that Diablo 4 or that PoE2 got delayed. Because otherwise we would have had to choose. At least now we have a couple weeks. Then again, if they were like actually on schedule, wouldn't they have been like a month or 2 ago? Maybe I'm wrong. So it would have been the same thing the other way around. Damn, that's tough. You know, you're either gonna play the new Huntress or Monk Ascendancy. Just don't know which one you want to pick. It's gonna take so much for me to do anything other than go straight for bear mode. Plus bear, or plus boss companion. Yeah, it's like, I'm pretty much there as well, Professor. The Bad News Bears idea. I think that was you that said that, right, Professor? The build already has a name. It wrote itself. And by that I mean Professor wrote it, but like, close enough. Bear mode. Bear buddy. Big bear buddy. Just think about it. I think the new monk is gonna be busted. But like bears. We could even we could even consider the gorilla boss a honorary bear and run around with him as well. That scared the shit out of me. If I wasn't awake before, I am now. Yeah, they showed off some pretty cool stuff. I don't think they showed off every node, though. And honestly, I only remember two things about the monk. One was the channeled skill, and the other one was the Fists of Stone node that turns your gloves into different gloves, no matter what gloves you put on. Which looks cool and all, but it seems like not as exciting as Bad News Bears. But then again, I did do bear. Like my last build was bear as well. So maybe we just do companion specific build? Like a one companion build, and it's the Wumba build. So we run around with just the gorilla. The return of Wumba. We got some thinking to do. But almost all of them involve taming bosses. That's a lot of ether. Damn. I'm rich as fuck. Yeah, I think we'll get Bartok. Would I start that wave with like 80? I'm at 667 now. That's it, we're taking the gauntlet. Well, monsters have greatly increased health, scares the shit out of me. When we're not 100% comfy on the Torment level, giving everything greatly increased life seems a little questionable. We actually gained over 100 that wave. Granted, we got pretty lucky on the Ether Mass revives. More masses on round start, why not? I wonder if you can get more than 4 to begin with. I don't think I've ever seen the option to get a 5th and 6th one. That would be a lot of unavoidable damage at the start of the round. More soul spires than your body can handle. There goes my metamorphosis. I might die. I did die. Try to false death, save my ass. I'm not gonna fight the Burning Butcher. On Torment 11. No thank you. I don't like pain. Ow. These ether masses hurt. They keep applying vulnerable is the other problem. Because I'm also not killing them fast enough. This is why we didn't want to fight the Butcher. If I can't even beat ether masses, what's the Butcher gonna do to me? Take a Chaos Wave for the last one. Chaos Wave for the road. See through Fiends again? I can do that. This is the good one too. Unless they keep shitting out waves on spawn like that. Yep. I already had as many, I had more ether than I needed. We needed 1,066. Got well over that. And I need to repair my gear, turns out. Alright, Hands of Apotheosis, buddy. Bummer. We did get one set of Ancestral. Not huge, though. I've been told that 3-to-1ing 3 ancestral uniques will guarantee you another ancestral unique. I'm not 100% sure of that because I haven't confirmed it, but I'm interested. Thought I had another ancestral set of those. There's the regular ones. Actually, what if we 3-to-1 these and they happen to turn ancestral? They did not. Willpower, max life, dodge chance. We could make that into my pants, but again, it's the same thing we had with that amulet earlier. Like, do I really want to make all that effort just to upgrade into 1 greater affix of willpower? Not really. Ooh, greater affix helm. Willpower, phys res. Kind of useless. That cube. Yeah, we can run some num-nums. How about that one? Alright, this is a nightmare dungeon. I need to make sure I don't get hit by rares for elites. Whatever the hell they're called. For a split second, I was wondering if I was running in circles, because I've kind of been spacing out a little bit. But like, this place just kind of keeps on going, doesn't it? Not worth. On the plus side, there's more whispers done. Alright, we just started this. What do we have in here? Anything useful at all? Not really, other than the prisms, I guess. Let's chill on Torment 12 for a minute. We don't need to push any harder than that. My glyphs still are not the right level for moving on, even from like 95 probably. So the 100, it's even better. More than that, it just doesn't matter too much. Honestly, I might have to end the stream after this run. I know it's a shortish shit stream, but like, my eyelids are kind of just closing. false death. Save my ass again. We got it. What are they doing over here? Too much ruckus. There's a lot of upgrade attempts. Damn. But like I said, unfortunately it's a very short stream, but I am barely conscious right now, so I kind of need to go take a nap. But I appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't already, make sure you smack the follow button if you're watching on Twitch, the like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. My next stream will be Thursday of next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We'll be doing more Diablo, pushing for more challenges, and hopefully with a better sleep schedule so I can, you know, be awake. But yeah, you have yourselves a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you on Thursday. Also, thank you, Professor. I will.